Well, you probably see the reports of respiratory infections among children in China spiking to alarming heights. That then triggering frightening flashbacks for some parents here in the U.S., with the worry being that the surge of sickness flooding Chinese hospitals is being driven by this new virus that could launch another global pandemic like COVID. But China is insisting no. It's just an overlap of common viruses that normally hit kids this time every year. And the World Health Organization agrees with that. CDC Director Mandy Cohen tempered fears as well, saying there's no evidence of a new pathogen that could threaten the U.S. But infections are rising among some children in certain states. Massachusetts is now joining Ohio, reporting a spike in cases of child pneumonia. It's referred to as white lung syndrome, and health officials say we could be seeing more of it.
I wouldn't be surprised is that you're going to see outbreaks throughout the country. It's the time of year. Rather than a cause for concern, it's something to allow us to remember that we do have ability to try to decrease the likelihood of some of the infections.
Now, despite these reassurances from experts, we have seen Republican Senator Marco Rubio calling for an immediate travel ban between the U.S. and China until more is known. For more on all of this, let's go to Dr. William Schaffner, who's a professor of infectious disease at Vanderbilt University. What type of context would you put all of this in, Doctor? Is it something we should be worried about, worried enough to talk about travel restrictions and the like, or do you think about it another way?
Well, Connell, I can tell you right away that this is not related to anything like a pandemic because, as Dr. Cohen at the CDC and the World Health Organization have said, there's no new virus out there. This is common, simple respiratory viruses that exist all around the world and have for millennia, and they increase in the winter season. That's what happens. And yes, they often disproportionately affect children because children are now back in school. They're meeting each other, going to birthday parties, and as you know, they're the great distributors of these viruses amongst themselves, and then they can bring them home to mom and dad.
Why does everyone keep calling it white lung syndrome or illness? I mean, where's that coming from? I mean, it doesn't have a great sound to it, obviously, and I think people, you'll see headlines about that and start to think something else. I mean, what does that mean to you? We had the story in Ohio last night, and what would you tell us about it?
Well, by white lung, and it's a term for just the reasons you mentioned, it's scary, that I don't like. It just means that when you take an X-ray, part of your lung, which usually appears black on the X-ray, is got white on it. That means there's an infection in that part of the lung. That's all that means.
What would you tell parents? Yes. What advice, if any, would you give to them about keeping their children safe? I mean, this is treatable, you know, if someone is worried about it, it's treatable, right? So what would you tell parents?
The vast majority of these children do very, very well if they get good medical care. But on the prevention side, remember, influenza vaccine is recommended not only for adults, but for all children. Remember that new COVID updated vaccine? That's also recommended for children. Good hand hygiene. Try to keep your children away from others who are coughing and sneezing. Good luck with that. And if your child happens to get sick, don't send them to school. They'll just spread it to others.
Common sense from Dr. Schaffner tonight. We could all use some more of that. Thanks for putting all of this in context. Thanks for coming on. We appreciate it.
Thanks so much for watching. Go to joinnn.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.